as a nutritional therapist, I get asked this question all the time: how to cut sugar out of your diet? And there's so many answers to this question, but here are some actionable things that you can do on how to reduce sugar and cut it out of your diet. Because what we have to remember is sugar that is addictive. So, firstly, ditch hidden sugars. Be aware of what is in your food. Sauces, yogurts, things like ketchup, even like healthy granola has a lot of loaded hidden sugars in there. So really check your labels. Protein first, make sure that you're eating adequate protein. Start your day with a good source of protein, such as eggs or Greek yogurt. Don't make your breakfast like a dessert. Some cereals that you can buy are just pure sugar, so they spike your blood sugar. So make sure you're eating a lot of protein for breakfast, especially. Fizzy drinks, cut out fizzy drinks. If you like fizzy drinks, use sparkling water. You can add in some frozen fruits, make it a bit more festive, a bit nice, a bit prettier. Strawberries, raspberries, etc. you can add into fizzy water. If you're a chocolate lover, which we all are, aren't we, try and swap your milk chocolate for dark chocolate, preferably 85% dark chocolate, because that has much lower sugar content in it. Maybe you need to do that gradually if you're not a big dark chocolate lover, but you'll find that you will be satisfied quicker and you won't eat as much. If you're craving something sweet, have some raspberries with some nuts, natural sweetness, no added sugars. And then fats. Make sure you're eating healthy fats with every meal. This really keeps you satisfied and stops your cravings. Avocados, nuts, olive oil are great sources of healthy fats. And then, what we have to remember is that we always beat ourselves up, don't we, with sugar, thinking, I just haven't got enough willpower. But it's brain chemistry. Sugar is addictive. Sugar triggers our dopamine. Our dopamine is your brain's reward chemical. And there's a little trick here that you can do is to rewire your brain by replacing like sugar highs with non-food dopamine boosts, like a cold shower. Maybe that doesn't really sound so appealing, but cold water therapy really gives you that dopamine rush. So cold shower, if you can go in a cold lake or wherever. Singing and dancing, change your physical state. Stand up, dance around, sing, jump around. That helps to reduce cravings, gives you a dopamine kick. Sunlight in the morning, that helps to regulate your hormones, your hunger hormones. And one thing that actually, very interestingly, I use this with clients is if you're like pickles, eating pickles when you feel like you've got a craving. I know that's not the same as having a piece of chocolate, is it? But it might sound weird, but pickles, like that's the sour foods like pickles, kimchi, sauerkraut, all of those things, they hit the same taste receptors as sugar. And they really help to like shut down cravings. So if you're craving like sugar and you have a pickle, it should take that craving away. Obviously, you've got to be a pickle lover to want to do that. Another thing that this really works is brush your teeth. So if you find in the evenings that you might be watching telly or whatever you're doing, and you suddenly get that craving, it's become a habit that you want to eat something sweet in the evenings. Go and brush your teeth. Well, it doesn't just have to be in the evening, does it? You can do it any time of day if you're at home, because that kind of minty freshness in your mouth, it stops you wanting to eat. And it also sends a signal to your brain, okay, mealtime's over, eating's over, that's it. I'm not going to be eating anymore now before I go to bed. Also, gut health is very important. If you've got any imbalances in your gut health, like candida, which is yeast, or imbalance in gut bacteria, it can really affect your cravings. So you need to look after your gut health with fermented foods, prebiotic fibres, etc. lack of sleep equals sugar cravings on steroids. If you are not sleeping, your cravings will be much stronger for sugar and refined carbohydrates. And the interesting thing about sugar is, you know, your taste buds do adapt. If you can do, you know, sugar-free, reduced sugar for just 10 days, you really will stop the cravings. Your brain really stops associating sugar with that dopamine rush. And you'll also find when you do eat sweeter things like raspberries or fruits that they taste so much sweeter. So you kind of have to do a bit of a sugar detox, but it doesn't take that long. It can be done. So I hope these tips have helped you cut out and reduce added sugars.